Moving across town or cross country, chances are you or someone you know has rented a U-Haul trailer. But towing one of those trailers can become dangerous if you don't follow important safety instructions. Well, Inside Edition's been renting trailers around the country, and what Matt Mahar has found is that critical safety information is not always being given by U-Haul employees.
The man behind the wheel on this test track isn't a professional driver. He's the chairman and CEO of one of the most famous companies in the country, U-Haul.
There's a 5x8 there.
Joe Schoen is on a mission to prove that those U-Haul trailers you see all across the nation are safe.
911 emergency, what are you reporting?
Yeah, there was just a SUV and a U-Haul vehicle that just flipped over.
But after numerous rollover accidents, their safety has been called into question.
I was going with him to, so that we could take turns driving.
Devin Letzer and his father, Mark, were pulling a U-Haul trailer on a straight stretch of Texas highway in 2003 when Devin says the trailer began to swing back and forth violently. It's called trailer sway. As the U-Haul trailer jackknifed, both the SUV and trailer flipped. Devin's father, who was not wearing a seatbelt, was thrown from the SUV and killed instantly.
Crawled out of the car to find, my dad laying on the side of the road.
So how did the accident happen? In a lawsuit filed against U-Haul, the Letzer family claimed the trailer had faulty brakes. But U-Haul, as it often does, blamed the driver, saying Devin was going faster than U-Haul's recommended speed and that he had loaded the trailer improperly.
Load the trailer and heavy in front so that the rear of your car is depressed a little bit.
CEO Schoen says the most important thing anyone renting a trailer should know is to load 60% of the weight up front. U-Haul, which does more than $2 billion a year in business, was founded 60 years ago by Schoen's father. On a test track near the company's headquarters in Phoenix, he demonstrated the importance of loading the trailer properly. By placing cement blocks on the front of the trailer bed, he simulates a proper load and drives around the track. Even swerving, the trailer stays under control. Then he moves the concrete weights to the back of the trailer, showing an improper load. He asked me to get behind the wheel. Watch what happens when I swerve just slightly. And when I hit the brakes, even at a slow speed, I lost all control. U-Haul officials say every customer is supposed to be given this instruction booklet containing the vital loading information before they leave the lot.
It's in our user's guide. They need to get it.
But are customers being given the information U-Haul says they need to be safe? We decided to check.
You need something?
Picking up a trailer.
Wearing hidden cameras, we rented U-Haul trailers in 5 states. At one location, we received these abbreviated safety instructions, but they were tucked into our contract, and we didn't find them until after we had driven away. But incredibly, out of 14 trailers we rented, just one agent gave us the safety booklet.
That's not what I'd like to hear today, obviously.
I wonder if you're communicating that to your customers.
It always can be better. And the experience you related, the answer is no. There's no wondering. If your experience is totally indicative, that's not good.
There are pamphlets that you were supposed to give out with every trailer rental.
When you were there, were they giving them out all the time?
No.
Dan Catalini was a manager with U-Haul for 4 years. He says he was fired after his sales decreased. He sued the company and lost.
What would you consider the level of importance they give to safety?
By what their actions are, I would say that it's below sales, below customer service, and it's probably somewhere after that.
Well, that simply is not true.
Schoen insists safety is a top priority at U-Haul. But when we had some traffic safety officers with the Bergen County, New Jersey Police Department look at some of the trailers we had randomly rented, they found plenty of problems.
Look at this.
This clamp, part of the system that supports the rear axle, is flimsy and falls off. And 4 of the 14 trailers had directional or hazard lights that didn't work.
This one doesn't come on, just the right one does.
And look at this trailer. It appears to have been in an accident and repaired with putty.
Let's say they put a refrigerator in here.
Right.
Refrigerator's pretty heavy. You jam on the brakes, it could be an issue coming right open out of here.
On some trailers, we found rusted chains and frayed wires. And on this one, take a look. No brake fluid.
Every U-Haul trailer is supposed to have vital safety information posted inside. The problem is, in almost every trailer we rented, that information looked like this. Almost impossible to read.
It doesn't do any good to have the information there if you can't read it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I struggle with how to better communicate this, and I'm open to feedback on it. I got the idea we need to communicate it.
Schoen says the trailers he sees are well maintained, but says the customers should speak up if they see any problems.
Whatever the reason is, if you're uncomfortable, you should immediately say, no, I don't want to rent this.
And Schoen's got another idea if he says anyone feels unsafe when renting a U-Haul trailer.
You publish my cell phone, area code 602-390-6525. I answer that thing pretty much anytime I'm not in church. You go ahead and publish that. People can't get this organization to behave. I can.
As for that lawsuit Devin Letzer's family filed against U-Haul, the company settled without admitting wrongdoing. If you'd like more safety tips and if you want to jot down that phone number for the U-Haul CEO, just go to our website, InsideEdition.com.